Hey, hi, my name is Chris. Every day I'm doing a vlog here on my channel for at least 1,000 days. So if you're not subscribed, a subscribe would be absolutely epic. And every day I talk about something uniquely different. Every day is a different subject. And I'm really enjoying the challenge of doing this and obviously trying to navigate my way through this 1,000-day challenge. So come back every single day if you can and give me a follow. By the way, it's taking a little bit of time and a little bit of money, believe it or not. So a thanks, if you can, would really help me out. I'm trying to secure a better camera. And if I can get that camera, it would mean so much more. And the sound would be so much better as well. So any support that you can give would be greatly received and very welcome. So thank you in advance. Today though, I'm going to talk about loss and losing someone that's really close to you. It's something that we all end up going through, I think, during life. It is. It's something that we have to deal with, I think, at some point. You know, we're all the son, the daughter, we're all, we've all got a mum, a dad, we've all got somebody that's close to us, a close friend. It could be a wider family member. But dealing with that loss, how do you deal with it? So I just want to tell you a very quick story about loss in my life. Now, I'm 57 now, so I'm no stranger to loss, and I've experienced it several times. So I've lost two brothers, my mum and dad, my grandparents, obviously. It's something that, we have to deal with. And yeah, I think the biggest blow comes to you when it's completely out of the blue. Sadly, people do get involved in accidents. They get caught up in that, and out of the blue, that sudden loss, I think, is incredibly devastating. And how do you process that initially? So I'll reflect on what was my biggest loss in my life. Was the loss of my mum. I was very close to my mum. I used to speak to her or see her most days. We had a very close connection. She really helped shape me to being the person I am today. I will never forget her laughter, her smile. She was a very smart lady, and she gave so much to the world. And I'm very lucky that I've got many siblings, and they are wonderful, and it's lovely that that we have that connection. We all have a different take on my mum, so when I hear their stories, it brings her alive to me. And I've got a video of my mum talking, and that's lovely, and that means so much. But I was at home one day on this particular day, and out of the blue, my dad called me up crying, and it was just horrible on the phone. And I said, I'm on my way, I'm coming. So I drove across town, and I arrived, and it was very obvious that my mum, God bless her, had passed away. Now, one thing you should know is that my mum did have very poor health on the run up to this for a very long time. She had renal failure, she was on dialysis, and she was 68 years of age, so not old by any measurement, really, and it was devastating, and obviously I call my brothers and sisters and respectively, and obviously call the paramedics first off, so there's this initial phase that you sort of have to deal with things. My dad was obviously very distraught and very upset. It was a horrible day. It implants in you this horrible memory of somebody that you love, that you care about, and they sadly it's their time, it's their passing, and it had an enormous effect on me, one that I really didn't realize for a very long time. It made me very insular, and I wasn't able to articulate or communicate to the standard that I do today. So the passage of time for me has been advantageous. I realized on that day that things were never going to be the same again. There are people in your life that you love, you trust, you just always want to be there with them, They have always got your back. They're always there for you. And when you reach the point where you have to say goodbye, it's devastating. Emotionally, it's devastating. And it impacts so much on your life. I had taken 5 days off work because you're allowed compassionate leave in the job that I was in. And I didn't feel ready to go back to work, if I'm honest, but I did go back to work. The funeral was, just, I was just numb, I think, really. One of the things that my mum's passing did, it brought us together as brothers and sisters, and we all supported each other in a way which I hadn't really seen before, because we were, all of us in our own way, experiencing this loss, this emotion. And it was incredibly gratifying knowing that we had the support of each other. And I think if you have the support of other people when you're experiencing loss, that can really help and mean so much to you. Loss is never easy to deal with, and the way one person can deal with it, somebody else can deal with it, completely differently. As a former police officer of 20 odd years, I used to deal with people who died an awful lot, and in all sorts of ways, car accidents, suicide, in some devastating ways, really. And, the one thing that I always tried to do was remain compassionate and empathetic towards people, especially their families, because in their time of most need, you need somebody that's going to be there for you and listen and be a shoulder for them to cry on. And cry you will cry. If they've meant something to you, which I'm sure they have, you'll have tears, you'll have upset. And you may not be the same person after it, It's a period of time that you have to say to yourself that I'm experiencing the utmost emotional pain. And how you get past that is a day-by-day sort of thing. Now for me, I would say you never get over a loss, especially if it's somebody that means so much to you. You don't. But what you do is you process and understand it over an extended period of time. Everybody deals with loss in an incredibly different way. They really do. What one person can deal with, and it doesn't resonate or have so much impact on them, or not as much, the next person it can be absolutely devastating. And I'm not sure the reason for that. It may be that our emotional connection is uniquely different to each and every one of us. So the depth of emotional connection that I felt with my mum may not have been felt by maybe the rest of my siblings, or they might have had even more of that connection. So it's devastating, to say the least, and it's horrible when you experience it. So I would say to you, if you are experiencing loss, lean into the fact that you've got support. If you've got that, you've got family and friends and people that you love and care about. It's never easy, is it? It's not easy dealing with loss. And I wouldn't say that you actually get past it. For me, it took me 2 years to just to be able to communicate with people on the level that I do today. It really changed me. It shaped me into this different person. I don't know really if I will ever be that old Chris, that older person that was the happy-go-lucky, because I have the memory of obviously what's happened. Now in life we will lose people. It's a sad fact of life, and when it's our turn, we'll have to go too. And that's why making the most of this life. What I would say to you is that my mum, she left me with so much, and I relied on the fact that she would want me to carry on and do the best and live the best life that I could live. Knowing her as I did, knowing how she was, she would want me to live the best life, have to do the best that I can for not only myself, but for other people. And I think when you realise this about the person that's passed, it is intrinsically, gratifying to know that you carry their memories with you. You have a part of them with you. They will never really truly be gone. And sometimes when you speak to other people that knew that person that was in your life that passed, it may be that you say to them, that you listen to their stories, and because you share those stories about that person, they still come alive in your mind, and you say to yourself, they're really not gone. Not really. I carry them in my heart and I carry them in my mind. And isn't it nice today that we have something like video or photographs? Isn't it nice to know that we can still look back with fondness and still feel the essence of who they were? And I think, you could say to yourself, look, they're gone forever, but their memories, the memories that I have of them just lives on. I will never forget my mum. It was a devastating blow, a devastating day. And, for many other people, it will be different people in their lives. And there are different scopes of loss. If you're a parent and you lose a child, that's just unfathomable, really. If you've lost a brother or sister, again, that in itself presents another emotion, another feeling. And again, depending on the closeness of that connection. So dealing with loss, it's a difficult subject. There's no easy way out of it, of feeling better. With time makes you feel better. Time can really have an impact on your life. It can make you feel that you've got to navigate this course in order to be feeling like things are okay again. And they do become okay. They really do. So I just wanted to share that. If you've experienced loss recently or in your life, you have my condolences, my empathy and my sympathy. But just go easy on yourself. And with time can make things so much better, it really can. And it doesn't mean that you have to forget them, no. It just means that you can look back with fondness, and, always think about the good times that you had with them. Always think about the positive things that you had with them. Because if you do that, you serve their purpose here, and you serve the memories that you have of them very well. So, an emotional one today, but I wanted to share that. And slightly longer, but you know what? Loss, if you're experiencing any kind of loss, just reach out to somebody that's closest to you. A friend, a family member, somebody that's willing to listen and to hear you, And I promise you, it will get better. Anyway, please be gentle on yourself, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.